Inspired Smurf tutorial. Stay tuned for the details. So for our tutorial, we're going to need some white yarn, and this is a regular number 4 I got at Big Lots for $1. Great deal. And this is some blue, and I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the name of it, but that is it right there. I figured this is pretty close to the blue I need. So we're going to be using an I 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. Whoops, sorry. And you're going to need a pair of scissors, and you're going to need a different color piece of yarn, which I'm going to use this, or a stitch marker of some type, if I can get the middle out, or a bobby pin, something to mark your spot. But I'm just going to use a piece of yarn that I got today and I thought is so beautiful. Gorgeous color. Okay, so this is my stitch marker. I'm not going to need it for now, so I'm going to set it aside, set my scissors aside. So this is a new camera setup for me, so if my voice kind of changes a little bit, I have my camera like stand right in front of me, and so that way I'm not trying to look around the camera, the stand. So sorry if it's annoying if the sound goes higher than lower. Okay, so we're going to do a regular slip stitch here. This is just how I do mine, and you can do yours however you want. I'm going to zoom in. There we go. Okay, so I'm making this up as I go, so bear with me. So we're gonna chain 4, so it's just 4 chains. I think I need to zoom in a little bit more. So chaining 4, and then we're gonna close the chain by going into the first stitch and do a slip stitch to form a circle. And we're gonna chain up 2. Let's chain up 3. Okay, so there's our circle right there in the middle, so we're going to go into there, and that chain 3 is counted as our first double crochet, so we need to do 11 more double crochets. So this is assuming that you know how to do double crochets, whoops, and all the stitches, so I'm not going to slow down to show you that. I'm just going to tell you what I'm doing as I do it. That way you won't get bored with me going slow if you know what you're doing. So that's 4. That's 6. Oops. 7 and 8, and I won't be counting through the whole thing, so don't worry. 9, 10, 11, and just crochet right over your tail. 12. Okay, and then you want to verify that you have 12, but I know I have 12. So then we're going to close the circle with a slip stitch, just like that, to form this at the beginning. And then you just take the little tail and hold it and give it a tug like that. Pull really hard, and it closes that middle up, just like that. Okay, so we're going to chain 3, and we're going to do 2 double crochets in each stitch around for a total of 24 double crochets. So I'm not going to show you that because obviously you know what to do. So I will join you up in a minute when I have my 24 double crochets done. Okay, so that's 24 all the way around. I'm just going to close this ring. And that's as wide as I'm going to do it for the top, because facing you is always the outside, and I think that would be plenty for it to curve, as you can see, to start forming the top of the little Smurf hat. So we are going to do chain 3, and that counts as a chain in that stitch. So starting in that next one over here, zoom back in, and that next one right here, we're going to do 1 double crochet in each stitch around. So there should be 24 double crochets in each stitch around. So go ahead and complete that. Okay, so I've completed my 24, and I'm going to close this round and chain up 3, and you can see that it's starting to curve now. So when you turn it right side out, It's curving and doing exactly what we want the top to do. So that's perfect. So I am going to pause it here and do a couple of rounds and see how high it needs to be. So I'll be right back. So we're going to do 2 double crochets. So that's 1, 2. Whoops, that's really far away. I apologize. Whoops. Okay. So that's 1, 2, and then we're going to do an increase here, which is 2 stitches in 1 space. So there's 2 singles and then an increase. So we're going to do that all the way around. Let me show you again. 1, 2, and an increase. So go ahead and do that all the way around, and then we'll go to the next row. Okay, so I'm in my last stitch, and it does end on an increase. I'm going to go ahead and close that round and chain up 3. So now we are going to do 3 and an increase. So 3 stitches, let me show you that. So that's 1, 2, sorry, that's a white background. I have that. Yeah, that doesn't help. Let's see, I have a notebook. That works. Okay, sorry about that. I didn't think about that. So there's 3 stitches, and then we're going to do an increase in that 4th stitch. So let me show you that again. So 3 stitches, there's 1, 2, 3. Whoops. That's my yarn. 3, and then an increase in that 4th one. So keep doing that all the way around. 3 and an increase. So 1, 2, 3, increase. 1, 2, 3, increase. Go ahead and do that all the way around, and we'll continue. Okay, I'm coming up to my last stitch, and that's an increase in that last stitch. So if you don't have an increase, check your work. Make sure you have that. I'll go ahead and close this round right there and chain up 3. Okay, so now we are done with our increases. Let me zoom, wrong way, apologize. We're done with our increases, and so we're going to do 1 double crochet. Okay guys, I ended up, because my yarn is smaller, I ended up doing 2 more rounds, but do 1 more round of the 1 double crochet in each stitch around, and then look at it, decide, you know, this is, so if I'm laying my hand here, you know, that's how big it is, probably to, you know, where my thumb is. So that's about how big it is, but you decide, it's your hat, you're the designer, you're making it, I'm not making it. So you're the designer, and you can do it however you want. You have my permission. Okay, so we are going to change colors. So let me get my blue started. Pull out some of the yarn here. So you go into your stitch as normal. As we would close this off, we just do this and pull that over. Well, instead of pulling the white yarn, grab the next color that you would choose, in this case blue, and put it on your hook and kind of hold the tails to keep it taut, and then just pull it through all of that, and then drop the tail, and then do your chain 3. Yep, just give your blue tail a little bit of a tug, and we can sew these in later, but what you can do, a nice little trick, is you don't have to sew any tail ends later, is cut your white, and now you have your white tail and your blue tail, right? Let me zoom out so you can, I keep pushing it the wrong way. So now you have your white tail and your blue tail, right? So just hold them up against your work like this. See, there's the white tail and the blue tail. Hold it up against your work as you're doing your 1 double crochet in these stitches, because as I will demonstrate, pick up both of those loops. Just hold it like this, and I do about 8 stitches. Now you probably can't see because it's blue. Let me change the background color. I happen to have a yellow notebook sitting here. Ta-da! Okay. Oh, now we can see better. Okay, so I do 8 typically, so that's 4, 5, make sure I have both still, 6, 7, and 8 regular double crochets. And then I just pull on it a little bit, make sure it's snug, make sure, see how on the back it looped up a little bit right there? Right there, see that? So just take the blue and just pull it on it ever so gently and see how that cinches it down in the back. And remember, this is going to be the inside, and so on the outside, it looks gorgeous, so you don't have to worry about it. So now you can just cut off your tails and you don't have to sew them in later. Don't you love me? I know, you can save so much time by doing that. So just cut them off right up against a double crochet like that, throw them away, or you can save these things and make like a little bird nesty thing, which I'm thinking about doing that with my daughter because she has her own channel and loves to do little tutorials. So you can save these and I will show you what to make with them later. So I set this aside. So then just continue doing 1 double crochet in each stitch around, and I'm going to continue this and I will tell you how many I did when I've done them, when I'm done. Just refer back to my video, the quick and easy double crochet beanie. So I really apologize for that. So you could leave the hat just like this. Here's the top and it comes out, and then there's the the front of the hat. So this is what it would look like. You know, this is gonna fold over. Well, it's wrong side out right now. Let me turn it right side out so you can see what I mean. Okay, so you could leave it like this, and this is where it would fall over like this. I'm sorry, I'm kind of laying it down so you can see it. Okay, so it'd be on your head and it could fall over like that, right? And I think I'm gonna attach it here so this always stays down. Oh, there we go, now you can see it better. But I'm going to put a face on because I think it will look really good. So I'm going to do a half a double crochet stitch on the edging now, just to finish it off. And let me show you what that means here in case you're not sure. So yeah, that's the wrong side. Okay, yeah, making sure I have it facing the correct way. Okay, so let me zoom back in. Okay, there. Let me flip it this way so you can see the yellow. Okay, so a half double crochet is just yarn over, and we're gonna go into the first stitch, which is here, which is the same stitch that we just chained one up on. That sounds terrible. I just did a chain 1 and we're gonna go into the same stitch. So yarn over, go into that same stitch, yarn over again, pull up. You got 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. That's a half double crochet. So let me show you that again. Yarn over into the stitch. Whoops, picking up the front and back loops as you do a normal crochet. Yarn over, pull through. So you have 3 in the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. So I'm going to do that all the way around. It gives it a nice edging and it helps it to not curl. So I'm going to do that all the way around and I'll meet back up with you. Okay, so we're going to start with a slip stitch again. Okay. Inserting our hook. We're still staying with the I crochet hook in case you were wondering. Okay, so let me think how I want to do this. So we are going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Let me come in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I chained 3. And then what we're going to do is we are going to go into that first stitch. We're not going to try to form a ring because it'd be really difficult. And we're going to do half double crochets on this so it's tighter together. So we're going to go into that stitch right there. And we're going to, well, you know what, I forgot. You're going to yarn over because that's how you do a half double crochet. I'm going to turn my notebook around the other way because it's tilted. I feel like I'm going backwards on it. Okay, so yarn over, come down here, yarn over, go into that stitch right here, and yarn over and bring up a loop, just like I just showed you how to do the half double crochet a moment ago. and yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. That's your first half double crochet. And so we're gonna do probably 6. Okay, so there's 6, and that's formed a nice little circle for us. So we're gonna go into the top of the half double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So count 6 back, and you'd go into this one right here. So go into that, picking up the front and the back loops, just like that. So you have the front and the back loop, and then just close it, just like that. And go ahead and give that tail a little cinch so that really closes that ear down. Okay, so chain 1, and we're going to do 1 half double crochet. No, 2 half double crochets in each stitch around. So chain 1 now, and let me zoom out just a tatty bit. And see how it's already kind of forming an ear? That's exactly what we wanted to do. So you got to chain 1, and then we're going to turn it. And we are going to do a half double crochet, 1 half double crochet in each stitch around. So we've made the cutest little ear in the whole wide world. Look how cute that is. And so when we pinch it, let me go out. See, when we pinch it and we bring it around, it's like a cute little ear. Isn't that adorable? Okay, so do it 1 chain to secure that, because we're going to cut it here. But leave yourself plenty of room for the tail, because we have to sew this onto the hat. So leave yourself a good amount, 12 inches or so, and cut that. And pull that through to lock that stitch that we just did there. And give that a little bit of a tug. Leave this here, the tail, or the beginning tail, because we will use that to tie it to each other so it will hold. Okay, so I have my 2 ears formed now. So now we're going to go into the nose. So we're going to start as normal with our slip stitch. Okay, and we're going to chain 3 again. We're going to go into, we're going to do half double crochet in this as well, because we have to stuff this, and we don't want to be able to see like the holes, so to be able to see the stuffing. So we're going to do a half double crochet into that first chain again, and do 6 of those, so that's considered 1. I'm sorry, I picked it up. And go right over your tail, out of the picture. 1. Tail's getting in the way. It's warm here, so my fingers are sticking easily. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so go to the top and pick up both loops again and finish that round and chain 1 to secure. And then there's a hole at the bottom down there, and you're going to want to pull that really tight. Close that off. So we're going to do 1 double crochet in each stitch around, and this one right here is our first stitch. So it looks like this one, but that's actually the last stitch we went into, so we want to go right there. So we're doing half double crochet, so we go right into here. I hope that's really understandable. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Okay, so if you're not sure about where to go, don't panic, don't worry about it. All you got to do is to count back 6. So this is where we finish. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to go into that stitch and do 1 double crochet, 1 half double crochet in each stitch around. So keep count, because we don't want to go into a spiral. So and we're going to make the background for the eyes to sit on. So I think it would look better, with the it not sitting right on the blue. That's just me. I don't know if, I mean, you don't have to do this step if you don't want to. So we're going to chain 3 again, and we're going to do a half double crochet again into that first stitch, and we're going to do 6 again. That's 1. Oops, I forgot to yarn over before I went into the stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, come up so you can see it, 5, and 6. So go ahead and close that over here with a slit stitch and pull on that tail. So the eye needs to be kind of like an oval shape kind of a thing, or you can do it round. You can do whatever you want, but I think it would look nice as an oval. So let's do 1 half double crochet. Let's chain 1 to go to the next row, and let's do 1 half double crochet in each stitch. So we're keeping count. 1, 2. Now you know what? We need to increase. What am I thinking? 2 half double crochets in each stitch around. So that was 2. I started doing it right, but I said it wrong. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and that's about halfway through. So right here on the 4th one, which is 8 stitches, I'm going to do 1 extra. So there's 3 in that one, just so we can start to make that oval shape, and then go back to 2 until the beginning again, and that would be 4 more times. That's 2, 3, 4. Okay, you can kind of see the oval shape a little bit. So now we're going to close this round and do a chain. So you can kind of see it almost looks like a peacock kind of feather. See how this would be the bottom and it's kind of forming out that way, and that is perfect. So now we wanted to do 2 stitches, 2 half double crochets in each stitch around. So you did your chain 1 and do 1 half double crochet in that beginning stitch, which would be considered an increase, but do 1 half double crochet until you get, let's turn this around. You see up here, where is it? 1, 2, 3, where we did 3 stitches in that one. So when we get to this stitch right here, let me grab the other piece of yarn that I said I wasn't going to need, but now I do. Let's put a stitch marker in there, if you will, so we know where to stop. Actually, I think I'm going to stop. I'll go right before it. At the beginning of the 3, which would be here, we're going to change it up. So pull that yarn through just as a stitch marker. You don't have to count. You can just go until you get to that marker and do 1 half double crochet, yarn over to that stitch marker. Okay, so we're at that stitch marker now, so pull that out and do 2 half double crochets into the next 3. So that's 1, here's 2, and there's 3 that I did 2 double crochet, 2 half double crochets in that, and then go back to 1. That way it still stays as an oval and doesn't become too round. It's gonna wanna, you can see it's trying to curl up, but don't worry, we'll fix it. Okay, then we're going to go and finish that row and do a chain. I'm going to cut it here with plenty, oops, I'm out of the picture, sorry. for a tail and pull that through. Okay, so you can see how it's kind of curving up. Just kind of lay it out, kind of flatten it a bit. And this would be the outside, because the outside is always facing you. And we're going to sew it down just like that, and then the eye, oops, is going to go on top, just like that. Right, like that. Make sure you can see all of that. So it looks kind of, I mean, you could put it at the bottom. I think that looks better, because then it looks more like an eye, because you can see more of the white at the top. So go ahead and make another one of these. Rewind the video if you'd like, and make another one of these, and then we'll attach the eyes. Okay, so I have finished both of the background part of the eye, and now I have threaded my needle with no problem. Okay, so you have to kind of guesstimate where you want it, and I am going to guesstimate, lay it out. Remember, don't worry about that curve part, we're going to fix that. Just pull it and stretch it and make it obey. Isn't that so cute? Okay, I can stand it. Okay, then we're gonna lay out where we think we want our ears, maybe a little higher. Maybe right there. And then our other ear, wherever it went. It probably fell off the table. It did. Along with the nose. I'll put the other ear, I think, right there maybe. Okay, my battery died out. Sorry about that. Had to go get the other one. So here is my layout for my Mr. Smurf head. I think that looks pretty good. Looking at it through the camera, it looks pretty good. Pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. Okay, so we're gonna put some stuffing in this little nose. So grab some of your stuffing. I just have regular polyfill that I got from Walmart. Polyfill. Sorry, it's sideways. It's a big old bag. It's like really cheap. So you just want to, you can even use the end of your crochet hook, which I have seemed to set down again and can't find. Or a pen. Use a closed end of a pen. Okay. So just stuff it in there. Get the stuffing in. Roll it, turn it. And get the stuffing in. Nobody ever showed me how to put stuffing in, so I am showing you. You want to push it down to where you want it to be. So that's kind of full, so we don't want it to be that full. Let's take some of it out. So it doesn't take a lot. So, okay. You can kind of see the stuffing a little bit, but it's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. No fretting. Okay. That looks good. That looks really good. Okay. So now, I'm going to move these pieces. Oh, I forgot to cut that. I'll just break the yarn. Now that I'm on camera, I can't do it. There we go. Okay. So we're going to stuff the top of the hat here, right here, a little bit. Okay. So there's some stuffing. We're going to, just a little bit goes a long way. Maybe not all of that. So a little bit goes a long way. I just want to keep that round shape. So I don't want it to look like it's collapsed. Because see how cute that looks? Like that. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, and then we're going to sew that to that just so it stays put where we want it. And you could put, you know, little ear tassels on here. I have a video tutorial that I will link. If I can figure out how to do it, I think I know how to do it. I'll put it in the video right here. But if not, I'll put it in the remarks below. So either way, it'll be right here or below. So anyway, So grab your needle again and a little bit of white yarn and get it threaded, and go ahead and sew this down to this. You kind of want it up a little bit. You don't want it too far down in itself, but you want that Papa Smurf shape. So go ahead and do that and we'll continue. So I have this sewed to the top, to the hat right there, and I just realized, well, if you want to wash it, you don't want the stuffing falling out. So I'm going to go ahead and cut a little bit of yarn and thread it on my needle again. And let me show you here once I get this threaded. Okay, what I'm going to do on the inside is kind of make like a running stitch across here so that stuffing stays stuffed and doesn't come unstuffed. Ha! I made it funny. So see the stuffing? We don't want that coming out. So I'm just going to kind of go like that and pull it. Wow, I did a long thing. So I'll go down and then come back up. So in case, you know, because it's double crochet, so it's holier than half. So I'm gonna go pick up a piece over here, and then pick up a piece over here, pull that, and then in a minute when we cinch it down, it will pull it all together. This is the same way you do binding on a quilt. Does anybody see or watch the intro video? Some people would skip past it. But I love making quilts. I just get bored of doing the same thing all the time. I need variety. So then I pick up crochet and put crochet down for a while and then start doing cooking and you know, the normal. So we're just doing a running stitch back and forth. No, I probably should have zoomed in. I'm so sorry. I'm not paying attention to what it looks like out there in TV computer land. I'm just going back and forth, just like this, up and back, up and back. And we're almost at the end. Actually, one time through might be sufficient. That's a judgment call on you to see if you are satisfied with the way it looks. Okay. So now, holding the beginning and the end, put it like this on each side, and that should cinch it together. Isn't that amazing? I don't need to go back because it's sufficient for me. So I'm gonna bring my needle down. So I'm gonna cut it. I'm like, wait a minute, I need to tie a knot. So let me cut a little bit of this extraness so I don't need to carry it with me. Put that aside for my daughter. And pick up the needle, untie a knot in this end. And then I go through where that loop was, you know, right there, where that loop is. Hold on, I'm waiting for the camera to focus. Come on, camera. There. Moved it out a bit. So I go through that loop right here, just trying to go through itself. And pull on down on that really good. And then just do a double knot. I don't need my tail in there. So just do a double knot like that. And then you're going to want to hide the tails. So I'm just going to go back and slip it right through the work that I just did. Like that. Hiding that tail. And pull on it. You don't want it to cinch it down, so you want to make sure it's loose. And then just cut it there. I'm going to do the same with the other side, and then we will attach the rest. Okay, so I have that shut and everything now, and I went ahead and added a second stitch right here. That way it would be solid and it wouldn't be just one little thing, so it's doubly secure. So now I'm going to attach the ear. And let me zoom out. So, oops. So you can see, I think I'll put it right there. Okay. So the hat is laying flat, and that obviously would be the middle. So I think I'm gonna do it right there. I put the nose and the eyes. Yeah, that'll look good. So I'm just gonna attach it the same way. Just gonna lay this flat. So I'm gonna attach my 2 ears here, and then I've showed you how to attach like the eye part to the eyeball. So I'm not going to show you how to attach the rest, because I know you can figure that out, and if not, you can let me know and I will tell you how to do it. But so go ahead and attach your ears and your eyes and the nose, and then I will show you when I'm done. Okay guys, here is my completed hat. There it is. What do you think? Isn't it cute? I love the way it turned out. It turned out really good. And it's going to make a really just adorable hat. So there it is. Crochet Lover. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. She requested this. I'm assuming it's a she. Requested this video specifically. And I hope that everybody else really enjoys it. And please send me a picture of your created Smurf hat. I would love to see what it looks like when you guys have watched my videos. Nobody has done that yet, so I need somebody to do that. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed showing you guys how to make it, and it was really fun and really easy. So give us a thumbs up. Please like us and share this video with your friends. Leave a comment below, and send me a video shout back or something with what you've done or how you like this video, and suggestions on what else you guys would like to learn or see as for tutorials and things that you'd like to learn. So thanks for watching. Please check back with us soon, as we're always coming up with new videos. Bye bye.